Hi guys, how are you? I'm Robin, welcome back to my channel. Now this week I went on Snapchat and I asked you guys, how often do you wash your hair? And I got back loads and loads of replies, and for so many of you, you're washing your hair too much. Now if you're one of those guys that replied and said that you wash your hair every single day with shampoo, then you really do need to watch on. For some of you, you might have worked out the perfect routine, you know, how often to wash your hair and what shampoo works for you. But for others, it could just be a case of understanding the whole thing a little bit more to really up your hair game. So in this video, I've stripped it right back. I'm going to talk about what hair washing actually is, what shampoo does and how it works, talk a bit about sulfates, you quite often hear about them in shampoo. I'm going to talk about hair and scalp types, my top tips for you, and then finally my own routine. Now guys, I did say that I asked you on Snapchat, and I am doing weekly Q&As on Snapchat. I actually did one just before this video. So if you're not following me yet, come and follow me, Man for Himself, and you can ask me all your hair, grooming, style, lifestyle questions, all there. Now when I'm talking about washing your hair, I'm not just talking about jumping in a shower and rinsing with water, but I'm saying about actively using a shampoo. Now we wash our hair to remove the excess oil, and that oil is caused by something called sebum. Now sebum is the stuff that coats the hair and our skin, which makes it waterproof and also gives it a natural shine. But with too much of it, it will cling on and attract pollen, pollution, dirt, and make our hair look really dirty. Now with just rinsing with water, it's not going to work because sebum is something called hydrophobic, and hydrophobic means that it repels water. But with using shampoo, you are able to break down that sebum and then wash it and remove it from your hair and scalp. So how shampoo works is, put quite simply, it is a detergent. And just like the washing up liquid we use, detergents help to lower the surface tension of water. Now this is a little bit chemistry for you, but stick with me, it is quite interesting, I promise you. Now the molecule of detergent has got both a head and a tail. The head is hydrophobic, so much like that sebum, it won't dissolve in water, but instead it will attach the oil and dirt that you've got in your hair and hold it in close. Now the tail of the molecule is hydrophilic, meaning that it will dissolve in water. So once it grabs all the oil and dirt or whatever is in your hair, it will then dissolve in the water, allowing you to rinse it out. Now guys, traditional shampoos were basically just soap, so they didn't have all that good stuff that we've now got in sort of more modern ones. And they've got things like conditioning agents, they've got things to sort of repair hair, they've got stuff to protect hair against heat damage and also sun. And guys, that is needed because shampoo will not discriminate against the stuff that we need and the stuff that we don't. And this is why shampooing your hair every single day is too much. Now whenever anyone talks about or asks any questions about shampoo, they quite often ask about sulfates. But guys, what actually is a sulfate and are they bad for us? Now a sulfate is a salt of sulfuric acid, and there are two main ones that we get in our shampoos. The first one is sodium lauryl sulfate, or you might see it as SLS. And the second one is sodium laureth sulfate, or SLES. And these are the two main sulfates that are now being excluded from more modern shampoos. Now people say that sulfates are so bad because they're actually so good at their job. Now much like a paint stripper, they'll go in and remove absolutely everything. But in removing the bad, they're also removing the good. Now this leaves our hair and our scalp susceptible to damage and also any of the environmental stuff that we have around us. Now more modern shampoos don't use sulfates, they also don't use parabens, but guys, they will still cleanse and clean that hair and scalp and will still do the same sort of damage but not to the same extent. So that is why washing your hair absolutely every single day is not a good idea. As with all my videos, I always say it's personal choice and getting to know what works for you. You might be a guy that's got very greasy hair, a greasy scalp, and needs to wash his hair far more often. Or you could be a guy that's got very dry hair and a dry scalp, and actually you want to use something that's got sort of more conditioning agents. Also guys, it depends about the environmental factors. So you could be someone that lives in a desert, so there's lots of sand, there might be dirt, and that is attracted to your hair. Or you could be a guy that lives in an absolute utopia with no pollution, no dirt, absolutely nothing, and you never need to wash your hair. But the next thing is my top tips, and this is going to help you work out what will work for you. My top tip might seem a little bit drastic, but stick with me. Have a week of not washing your hair with shampoo. Still rinse it, still have a shower, still use shower gel, no one wants a stinker, keep that personal hygiene please. But have a week of no shampoo. And make sure that you're washing your hair throughout that week and also watching your scalp. Was there a day in that week that it started to look really greasy and shiny? Should you have started using shampoo then? Or by the end of the week, did it look pretty good? And are you happy with it? Then start to introduce products. So if you've looked at your hair and think you've got really greasy hair or you've got a really dry scalp, then look for products that are suited for that. Now if you've got a friend that's got a similar hair type to you, then maybe sort of go together and look at different products. One of you buys one of you buys the other, and then the next week you swap over. The third tip is probably the easiest, and it's something that I personally do, and that is sticking to water-based products. That means that they'll wash out of your hair without actually needing shampoo, and then it means each day you can do a different hairstyle or use different products. Now some of you guys might be those sort of die-hard fans of pomades or traditional waxes, and that's fine because you'll probably do exactly the same hairstyle each day with exactly the same hair product. Over the years, I've really sort of changed up my routine. Like in my early teens, I used to wash my hair with shampoo every single day. And that's, I would say, when my hair was at its worst. It looked limp, it looked fine, it was flyaway, it had no hold, it had no grip. And then I went to another extreme and would wash my hair maybe once every third week, if that. And it had great hold and great grip, but for all the wrong reasons. Now, I wash my hair maybe once a week, and that's what really works for me. It works for my hair type and my scalp, and I really don't really need to sort of wash any more than that with shampoo. Because I use a lot of water-based products, I can kind of just jump into a shower and rinse it out of water and don't need anything else. But if I do look at my hair one week and think I need to wash it more often, then I do. It's kind of just up to kind of where you're at. There's no exact science to it, there's no exact rule, and it's just about, as I've said throughout this video, getting to know you, your hair type, and what works for you in your own routine. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know maybe if this has helped at all, or if you're going to mix up your routine, or if you've already got the perfect routine for you. And if you are new to my channel, then make sure you click that subscribe button. It is there, or it's down there depending on where you're watching this. It is free, and it just means you're going to see all my new videos as soon as they go live. But I'm going to see you in my next new video, which will be next Sunday. Bye bye.